Why is the back a little bit strange? His butt is a little bit strange, that's what it is. Maybe his butt needs to be bigger. Give him a bit of a waist. Give him a bigger butt. That's still kind of strange. Maybe, that? And, that? He also needs some torch. He also needs some light up here in case anything bad spawns. There, we can torch his butt. His butt's a little too low, isn't it? What if we remove those? What does that look like? Ah, that's good enough. A little bit strange, but good enough. So that's him there. That torch is really unfortunately placed. We don't need that torch there. Okay. Here. Alright, so he needs a head. And he needs arms, I guess. Let's just quickly put a head in. He probably doesn't need too much in the way of a head. What kind of head should you have? You have a giant square head, like a blockhead. Alright, the head needs to... We need a torch on his head as well, because otherwise I can't see. Can I turn the brightness back down? I mean, it's daytime, so it's just light enough. Maybe I'll just turn the brightness, up when I'm building, and I'll turn it back down when I'm just looking at things. He can, guessing they have eyes? It's a little bit strange having eyes on him. Let's see. Eyes. Does he need like a forehead? He looks like one of the villagers. I mean, there's lots of things we can think about, like the moai on Easter Island. You know those giant stone statue things on Easter Island. There's those. I can't really think of that many. Primitive statues to base this on. Let's see what this looks like. Oops. Yes. That's cute. I like that. Alright, so I guess maybe it's got a small cranium, which means a small brain. Alright, so let's give him a pickaxe. How should we do this? And where should we do this? Because the pickaxe... Hold on a little bit, let me just do something here. Alright, Um, let's see, how big should the... Maybe it should come all the way up to his chest. Like that. Yes. And then... Oops. Maybe it's not even a pickaxe, maybe just an axe. No, that's a bit strange. Maybe like a giant two-handed axe. What a badass. Also kind of covers him a little too much. No, maybe, I don't know, it's a bit... something smaller. Something smaller, it's too big. Too big, can't see a thing. What's the hammer? A hammer? There are no hammers in Minecraft. I always think there should be hammers. Imagine if you can use a hammer to break cobblestone into gravel, and then to break gravel into sand. Like you're kind of crushing the bits into smaller bits, as it were. That might be interesting. You can just crush things into other things. I've said this before, I don't know how many of you guys have heard this. I like the idea of being able to change from cobble to gravel to sand, and then maybe from sand to dirt, probably combining with some bone meal or something, just so that, you know, sand and gravel don't become, like, they become renewable resources, and dirt becomes a renewable resource. I know it seems a bit strange to say that dirt needs to be renewable, but I like the idea of everything being able to be converted from one thing to the other. I think it's a better idea if that were the case. That's a bit strange. It is a bit strange. Maybe... Maybe it needs to be like... Can I reach that far? Kind of, not really. Maybe it needs to be like... that. I don't want this thing to be too big, because then it'll look like it's... No, it'll cover too much of the statue. No, I think that's about right. Alright, let's just do that. And I guess that means that should also be... So now it's a giant club. Let's go clubbing. It's not what you think. What else? So he needs arms. Probably just holding on to that, because he's pretty stumpy, right? His arms aren't actually long enough to reach all the way there. You see what I mean? Like his arms should be, if he extends his arms straight down, it should only be about that long. So if he's holding them out, he can barely reach the side of the hammer. Oh no. I mean, it's looking pretty good, but it's a little bit ridiculous, to be perfectly honest. So if we imagine... Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's his arm, because his arm's just stumpy like that, you know? He's just stumpy. It's not his fault that he was, you know, born stumpy. Maybe that. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, let's do that. Stumpy. And I mean that in the nicest possible way, of course. Okay, I need to copy this to the other side. I think it was like 4, and then again 3. Wait, what? Okay, okay, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right. And I think it was like that, and then I don't know, and then 2 was like that. Amazing, I got it right. So he's a stumpy guy holding a giant mallet of some sort, and he's got a small brain. But that's okay, because he is going to stand in front of the mountain like that. I need to figure out a diagonal version, because this is the straightforward version, right? He's facing straight to the front like that. Let's put a torch in his armpit. Cool, that's kind of nice actually. I like how that turned out. I mean, given how few blocks we have to work with, you know, if you've built statues before, if you've tried any complex shape before, it's not easy to build a statue that small in Minecraft, and that is small, given, you know, the size of the blocks. You see how blocky the whole thing is. I think that turned out alright. Alright, so now I need to figure out a diagonal version. I don't know if I should do that on camera, or if I should do it off camera. I guess I can do it off camera. Or maybe I'll take a break and then come back and do it. Because I kind of need a break now. Alright, so we're back. And I think I've decided to design the diagonal ones on camera, and then I'll build them off camera. Because, you know, actually designing a diagonal statue is not trivial. Like, it's not easy. So let's do that. Let's try to do that on camera, and yeah, it's like basically designing a whole different statue. It's not not straightforward at all. Where should I build it? Let's build it here, right? So we're building it one block higher up than the other one. There's not much room here, is there? I guess we don't need that much room. How wide is he? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks wide. Should I use the calculator to... Let me grab the calculator. The square root of 2. So 7 blocks wide. How do I do this? 2 to the power of 0.5. Okay, let's save that in memory. So 7 blocks divided by square root of 2 is about 5. Does that make sense? So 1... Does that mean... Okay, that's really not enough room to build this thing right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that mean it should be that wide? Did I do the math right? So that should be about that, basically. Alright, so let's try that, just as a basis for the rest of the thing. 4. So unfortunately we have to move that torch. It's a bit odd, isn't it? So is that like his 2 feet, like that? It's a little bit strange, isn't it? Let's move this even more. So is that his 2 feet, like that? Yeah, so see how once you turn it diagonal, it's a completely different design. So that's basically why I'm, you know, doing this on camera, or on video. Because this is actually not easy. he is 5 blocks tall, so more dirt. I might need more dirt. So what if we make it... Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yes. So what if we make it... That's interesting. So 5. If that's his legs, looks like he's kind of, you know, look at this, his feet are like spreading out onto either side like that, doesn't it? That's surprisingly better, even though it looks like he has like 1 foot. Does it look like he has 1 foot? No, that's about right. Okay, let's pretend that that's correct. Now, the next 5 blocks is his waist and his massive man chest. If the game would not lag, that would help. I mean, even that's not technically correct, is it? I don't really want those two. At least not until we get past the waist. And then now we need the torso, which includes bulging muscles. Just because. And maybe up here, oops, we are looking at that, possibly. Is that 3, 4, and then 1 more is 5? So, is this correct? I honestly don't know. Maybe it should be like that. Let's just remove those for now. Let's just see what that looks like from the ground.